This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Now come along and join us at Val-Con.
Hello everybody, welcome to my stream. My name is Dev Rosek, and today we're playing Valheim, a survival crafting game from Iron Gate. Well folks, it's just about here. Val-Con 2026. Starting tomorrow at 1900 UTC, Val-Con 2026 is open. Start by watching the live stream that will run through several hours on that day, and also several hours on the two following days until Sunday the 19th. To find out more, please go to the Val-Con 2026 website, val-con.org. That's VALCON.org. There you can find links to join the Discord server, links to our merchandise page, and we really appreciate any support you can offer, and links to information about what the programs are going to be during the convention, and ways that you can join with us. Come in and visit the servers. And as far as I know, most of the Hype Week servers, including Vanillaheim, the server I'm currently playing on, will remain open throughout the convention and remain accessible to the public. So, come and check it out. It's going to be a great time, and we'd be happy to have you there. That's 1900 UTC. You can find out on the Val-Con YouTube and Twitch channels, and at val-con.org. Okay, we've been making great progress this whole week. We've pretty much conquered, at least as far as I'm concerned, the materials and the skills and so forth for the Bronze Age, which is the Black Forest. And we defeated the Elder last night, and we are ready to move on to the next biome, which is the Swamp. Everybody's favorite biome. Not really. It's certainly not my favorite, but it is an important step on the journey of your Viking character. Let's see how our resources and so forth are doing. I spent some offline time today going out and mining a large copper node over here on the Blueberry Coast. It was a copper node located right about here. Brought it back via the boat. Oh, boat's not there anymore. I should check that off. And been smelting it all afternoon here. And it's nearly done. Using the copper I obtained, I was able to upgrade all of my bronze tools to level 3, which is as far as they'll go with the current level of the forge workbench. Getting it any higher is going to require some materials that I need to go and get from the swamp. When we defeated the Elder, we not only got a trophy, but we got a couple of these things, the swamp keys. And this is going to be very important. We need to bring these along with us when we go into the swamp. So this is going to give us access to the sunken crypts that you found there, and that's where you're going to find the vast majority of the iron at this stage of the game. Let's see. We've got a pretty good supply of food going: deer stew, mincemeat sauce, and carrot soup. We've got meads. I now have some minor health meads. That's probably going to be important to have some of those in the swamp. I'll just take half of that stack. Stamina meads, I'll take one more of those. And poison meads will be especially important. I'll take one more of those. I have some more. Actually, I'll take one more yet again. I have some more poison meads fermenting in the fermenter. So we'll have some more shortly. Make sure our arrow supply is doing good. Now, at this point, as we move into the swamps, wooden arrows are going to grow less useful. So I'm going to take this time to remove wooden arrows from my storage. Move flint arrows up like that and grab a second stack of fire arrows, but it's not full, so let's go make some more. Okay, get some of that, get some of that, and some feathers. That should be enough. And like with cooking, I can hit the shift key when I'm crafting this, and it'll craft 5 times 20 or 100 arrows all at once. And there we go. Our feather supply is still pretty good, but should maybe keep our eyes open for more of those. We can leave this extra stack behind, so this is going to be our mix of arrows going into the swamp, and we're going to use a lot of fire arrows there. In spite of the fact that everything's wet, the fire arrows can be very effective. And then also the flint head arrows for things that fire is not effective for. We've got our swamp key. You know what? Let's do that. No. Let's do that. And then we're going to need a boat to get to the swamp, and we're probably going to want to have a portal when we get there. So, let's see here. That area to our east, I'm going to call that the blue... Oh, okay. There's a 10-character limit on these portal tags, so I'll call it BB Coast. Will that work? Yeah. Blueberry Coast. Now you might wonder, why am I renaming this one? Well, that will allow me to step through this one. And just writing that name down. And then turn around and rename it like that, and it will connect to the other portal. And then the gather portal will be available. Just to show you what I meant about the copper. Here is the hole in the earth where I dug out all that copper. Yeah, that took a while. So if you really want to dig down and get the full load of copper from a node, it can take a while. That one was handy because it was on a slope and a large part of it was already exposed. That's why I picked it. Okay. Oh, yes. What we're going to do, we're going to change this one back to Devrosik, right? And now that's connected back to the portal hub, and the gather portal is closed. Because what we're going to be able to do is reopen the gather portal in the swamp when we get there. Now we're going to need a boat to get to the swamp. Here, I'm going to grab some wood, so let's pick up the parts of a boat, and look, we can carry all this stuff. Oh shoot, fine, we blended together. Well, that's fine. We can gather all that stuff and still have some weight capacity left over, and of course as soon as we put the boat in the water, those slots will be open, and as soon as we put the portal down, that slot will be open. So we're going on an exploratory journey to find some swamp. Let's go down to the dock. I think what we want to do is probably... Oh, let's see, we have lots of carrots going in, and all of our effort to build up seeds is working. I have over 200 seeds available for future plantings. So, in the swamp, we're going to be looking for the next major crop, which is turnips. And you remember I showed you in one of the previous streams what those look like with their yellow flowers. So that's going to be something we keep our eyes open for, because they are hard to find. Okay, let's get our boat in the water. Great. We really got to think about building a dock. Now I could put some of this stuff in storage in the boat. Would free some slots for me, but we have a fair amount of available weight, and we do have some slots open, so yeah, I think we're okay. Having that Megingjord belt really makes a difference. Got a little bit of wind at our back. Let's avoid this stone right there. And take off. I'm going to angle it out this way. I think there's another stone there. Yeah. Okay. Well, first thing I'd like to do maybe is clear up this fog on the map. It's always a useful thing to do. So let's go up to full speed while we have a favorable wind behind us. See what we can do about that. Nice bright sunny day, so we'll get our maximum exploration range. And we can kind of angle the boat to go down the middle of that fog area. See, we're kind of gonna run it right up here. Up there where it gets a little wider, we'll have to take a couple of passes at it. But back here, we can kind of just keep poking at the middle of it. And we might not get it all, but hopefully we'll get as much as we can. I kind of have this thing about leaving behind little scraps of the fog on the map. It's sort of makes me crazy. So we'll see how much we can go. I think I'll go up this angle here and then turn around and come down that side. I'll turn a little bit to the starboard. Hopefully this wind will hold because it will be just as good coming back. Oh, shallow. Yeah, almost hit that. Keep edging it around a little bit. Try and make sure we're getting everything on this side. Yeah. Now, I don't know if we need to go up to here or up to here to find the swamp. We're just going to try all the different avenues and see what pans out. This is kind of the essence of exploring unknown areas in this game. Got to take some chances. All right, I can tell by the pine trees that these islands ahead of us are all black forest. You can also sort of tell by the land. It has this mottled green and brown look to it that is typical of black forests. When we get to the swamp, what we'll see is what looks like very low land with a dark brown, muddy color to it. Just going to hold this course until those last few shreds of fog over here disappear. Now we're turning. And we're going to lose our way as we turn, so it's usually a good idea to switch it down to the rowing speed. The boats in Valheim don't really work like real sailboats when it comes to tacking. So you kind of have to do a sort of an approximation. When the wind's good and strong, you can do a kind of a semi-tacking travel, but in these conditions, not really. I'm going to slice across the top here and try and get all that fog, and then we'll come back down this way. As long as the wind holds, you never know when it's going to switch. Usually when it's least convenient for you. Okay, I'll start to turn here. See how I'm maneuvering it to push through a lot of that fog there. Turn a little more. And it's getting narrower. I can go more directly towards it. The wind is still behind us, so I can give it a little more speed. A little bit more. This looks pretty good. I'll turn starboard again as this bit to our port side clears up. We're going to get that last little shred over here. Yes, we did. Good, good. Okay. Get every little piece cleared up. Good. Here we go. All right. We got a nice clear open space here. No ocean in this section. Whoa. Okay. That's what I get for looking at the map when I should be watching for rocks. A little bit more. Okay. There was no ocean in this section. You can really spot the ocean because it's this deep gray with none of these patterns in it. So, okay, now we're going to want to turn and go up through this channel here. This is all black forest, but what's going on that side? Let's find out. We're going to have some wind against us, I'm afraid, in parts of this passage. So let's turn here until we're getting about that way. Ah, the wind is turning. Perfect. It's turning in our favor. That's kind of unusual. All right. So I'm going to head over here and then try and find whatever coast is going on right up in this area and follow it up. I'm, of course, carrying 10 pieces of wood for making a workbench. Vital when you're sailing a boat, you need to have that workbench to be able to repair stuff. Of course, you can find wood nearly anywhere you want to stop, but this way ensures that you have plenty of it available right away without having to cut anything. Okay, you can see there's a large mountain ahead. We're sailing straight for it right now. It's just a misty outline at this point, but it will get sharper as we get closer to it. Oh, I want to turn a little bit more toward the mountain because that's the coastline over there that we want to follow. Yeah. Maybe a little bit more to starboard. We're going to lose the wind if we get too close into it. It's interesting to note that this design of the ship with the oar over the side, that is actually the origin of the word starboard. And it refers to the steering board or oar that's on the side of the ship, which was always placed on the right-hand side as you were sitting looking forward. So that became the starboard or steerboard or starboard. And that's how starboard came to be the name of the right-hand side of the ship. Not entirely clear why the other side is called port. You think it might be because that was the side you laid up against the pier or the hard there when you brought the ship into port, sort of, you know, alongside the coastline. Therefore, that was the port side. Maybe. Unclear if that's actually true. Okay, we're trying to penetrate into... We've got some rain now, which is limiting our visibility, but that's okay. This is all black forest. Oh, we're losing the wind. We're going to have to turn a little bit here. This is all black forest, though. It's not what we're looking for. Wow, those are some steep cliffs in there. Really steep. Well, I suppose they've got to get that land moving higher to get up to that tall mountain. Up, there's a bear. Some of those creatures out on that shore, like bears or trolls, might try to come off into the water. Yep, there he comes. Well, we'll easily stay ahead of him. Trolls can wade out pretty far because they're tall, and they can come out there and damage your ship as it sails by. You got to be careful about that. Actually had that happen when I was sailing home with that load of copper earlier. All right, so we're getting the coastline here. Let's see how close I can get it. I got to be wary of these rocks. I'm really not trying to get a lot of detail on this coastline at this time because this is not the biome I'm looking for. But typically, we're going to have to get past this part here in order to find what we are looking for. We'll just keep following it up. As long as the wind is good for us. There's a troll cave over there on our port side. Some more rocks coming up. Need to move a little bit out. Okay. Remember this carve, it's very delicate on the steering, so you just want to give it little movements. Hello, Mr. Troll. How you doing today? We're losing the wind again. Yeah, okay, we're going to have to go to rowing speed. Oh, rocks. Well, this is not good. Let's see if I can swing through them. Hey, look at that. We missed them. Yeah. Obviously, we want to turn much more starboard to be able to catch the wind, but that would lose the coastline. And I'd really like to get this placed on the map so we know where the edges are. Typically, the way it works is the different biomes will begin to appear in sections as you get a certain distance out from the original spawn point, which is conceptually at the middle of the world. So that is right here. And you can see we've moved pretty far out from there. So we are probably far enough away now to start seeing some swamp. We did manage to see a little bit of it somewhere on this journey coming back along here. I forget the exact spot, but somewhere up in there. So we hopefully will find something out this way too. Okay, that's still a pine tree leaning out on that stretch of land. Even though that land looks flat, it's not as flat as we want. Oh wait, there. Directly ahead of us. It's hard to see, but I saw some of the twisted trees that are characteristic of the swamp. Yes. And we've got, oh yes, look at that, straight ahead of us. That is swamp. There's kind of sort of mangled trees like that. Look, there's a burial chamber over here. We may want to land. For our first venture into the swamp, it's usually not the best idea to sail straight in there. You're going to get met by a lot of dangerous folks right at the shore. And so I am going to try to pull in here. Yep, get out of the boat. Okay. Oh yeah, that's swamp all right. Looks like we're going to be able to get on the land and just kind of walk around. So, let's see if we've got any danger from skeletons. Let's get our mace out. Now that it's all nicely upgraded, we should be able to bash our way through these skeletons easily. Oh yeah, look at that. In spite of the fact that we have almost no stamina, down they go. Well, one possible thing we could do is actually use this burial crypt as our location to put a portal. The skeletons inside won't come out, and the skeletons outside can be suppressed by putting a workbench up on top of here. And the portal can sit in that little seam in between. So let's do that. Okay. Get a workbench down. This is just temporary. I'll move it again in a minute. So I can get the portal open. Now it's kind of tricky. It doesn't want to just easily sit there. Even if you use the shift key, you kind of, there. That's what I want. Right? Nope. There. That's where I want it. I want it low down there so it's easy to walk through. So let's open up DR. Gather. Actually, hold on. Let's not quite yet. I want to move the workbench. And then we're also going to want to go pick up the boat. Bring it back. So let's put the workbench down here. Get it to sit. There's a good spot. Is it sticking through the portal? It is not. Very good. Let's go ahead and open this portal up. Your gather. Okay. I should have enough weight capacity to pick up the boat. I was carrying it before, and I've only grabbed a couple of extra things since. So let's go get the boat. We could leave it there, but as long as somebody's within range of it, creatures will be attacking it. That's not good. So let's jump in. And remember how we do this. First, make sure we have enough slots and enough weight capacity. Hang on a second. I'm going to look up what the weight capacity actually is for that. Let's see. No. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Come on, open up. Here we go. Okay. Wait, not that. Okay. The weight capacity for a carve is 116 pounds, or weight units. That wrong. Okay. Yes, here we go. That's better. So I need to have 116 available weight units, and 116 in this would be 226, so I have plenty available. I have 4 slots for all the ingredients. Let's go. You stand right next to the mast, as close as you can get. Chop away. And when it actually does break, don't click any buttons or take any actions. Because the one thing you don't want to do is interfere with the process of picking up the materials. Okay. Wood, deer hide, resin, nails. We got everything. Oh, and now we're drowning. We'll be alright. Well, maybe we will. That was a little closer than I expected it to be. Okay. Let's put our, nope, not that. Our claws back on. And let's get through the portal. Now, I can jump up there, but it would actually be a lot easier if I had a little bit of wood and built a ladder. It's not too serious if that ladder gets broken, but it's nice to have it there to start. I do not want a fur cone or skeleton trophy at this point in time. I will put the ladder on this side. And I don't need it to go all the way to the ground. I just need to be able to get at the top of the rock. So right there is good. And a quick little hop, and I'm in. Get through before that guy arrives, so he won't break the ladder, hopefully. But we can always get down, and then we can always build another ladder. They won't typically be able to attack anything up above on the top of that burial chamber. 20, 80. Okay. We'll put the rest of the stuff away. And we'll fix our gear, of course. I'm going to take a quick look and see if any of the other players are online. Yes, but he might already be resting in his bed. Let's see what happens. No. Okay. I'm going to ask him to see if we can sleep. never insist that the other players on a multiplayer server go to sleep if they're out in a boat or someplace. They literally can't do anything about it. But it's nice to be able to ask. Oh, somebody else just arrived. Let me repeat that. Because he will not have seen that message since he arrived after it was sent. Yeah, I really would prefer our first trip into the swamp happens in the daytime. The swamp at night is a very dangerous place, and also super dark. So let's not get into that. The thing you have to know about the swamp is that it's dank and dreary. It's always raining, so you're nearly always wet, and it's a lot darker than most of the other biomes, even in the daytime. There's also a lot of shallow water, and it's really easy to get caught in that water and have your movement hindered. So pay close attention to where you step, and you'll be much better off. There are, of course, new creatures in the swamp that are much more deadly, much more dangerous than what we've been facing so far. Much more dangerous than trolls and bears. So stay alert and be ready. A lot of the creatures in the swamp are vulnerable to blunt damage, including the skeletons. Yeah, there's skeletons. There's skeletons just about everywhere. And then some other new creatures we're going to meet. But the slash damage can work too. Okay. Well, that was brief. It was nearly morning anyway. Thank people for doing that. And let's head back. Now we can probably move this portal somewhere else once we've gotten some idea of what the swamp's going to be like. But it's always good to start from just a little outside that place. Oh, he's still here. Okay. You have a star? You don't. There's a little guy. Well, I don't want any of that. No, I don't want that. Okay. So, the swamp should be along here somewhere. Keep our eyes open for bears and trolls and such. We're not here for them, but they can sap our strength and our resources. I'm going to mark this for the blueberries, because we're still pretty dependent on them for quite a while. I'm not going to pick up the carrot seeds. I'd like to, but got to stay focused on our swamp journey now. Yeah, more blueberries over here. Certainly mark them. No, I didn't get that accurate at all. Bunch of carrot seeds. They're tempting me. Another little stream right there. I'm also not going to mark any copper nodes over here. One thing. Well, here's one. One thing. Not really needed at the moment. And for another thing. Oh, hang on here. I think I said in a previous stream that there's sometimes treasure under there, and there we go. Amber. I'll leave the skeletal remains where they are. We're going to get plenty of bones in the swamp. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Okay. Not going to pick up any mushrooms. Mark some... Oh, I heard some skeletons. Mark some more blueberries. Wow, that's bad. Kind of got to hold your mouse steady when you double click there, or it moves the little marker. A burial chamber? Yes, it is. And I'm not in... Well, you know what? I'll take them down. I actually don't even want their bones. Should be a third one somewhere. Nope. Oh. I think the Grey Dwarfs took care of it. Hey, Grey Dwarfs, you go ahead and follow me into the swamp. I think you'll find you've met your match there. Okay. Here is the swamp. See those weird trees? Okay, we already have a couple of weird things. So I'm going to quickly use some poison meat. Because that... Whoa! I didn't even see him. He hit me hard. Okay. Let's get a shield out here. This guy he has a star. We got to run. That is a Draugr with a star. And he is very dangerous to us. Okay. We got to get a block on him or we're in trouble. They both have stars. Oh, boy. This is not good. Is there a place we can go to get on top of? Ooh, the dolmen. Can we get on top of that? Fight them from there? We might be able to. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Now, did they follow us? All right. So the type of arrows we want here are fire arrows. Oh, heck. He's just going to go underneath it, isn't he? Yeah. Let's see if I can draw him out a little bit. Where'd your buddy go? Ah, there you are. Ah. Pop out. Ah! Come on! Zoom in a little bit. Gotta aim straight down. Oh, what the? I am aiming straight down. Can't hit them. Gotta be careful where you stand. Some of these angles on this rock top are slippery. Ah! You know what I'm gonna have to do? I need to keep my aim. What the heck? I am aiming straight down. There, I got him. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't like fire. He's on land, so he won't be taking advantage of the wet of the swamp here, will he? This guy moves. Wow, look how fast he is. The no-star Draugr are a lot slower. Okay, we'll just be patient. Keep him on fire, and he will go down. He's already half dead. Gotta watch my stamina. Okay. Oh, close. Oh, he almost died. Come on back. Come on back. Don't run away. It's the way they move. They kind of move in this herky-jerky little motion. Very hard to... Ooh. Did the Grey Dwarf kill it? The Grey Dwarf killed it. Oh, thank you. That was helpful. It was... Of course, he was virtually dead anyway. But it's good of you to do that. I don't want the Grey Dwarf bits. But I do want what this guy dropped. What did he drop? Entrails. A slimy length of somethings inside. Something. Okay. Let's get back our shield. That second one is was also a 1-star. You can kind of tell by the color. And he might still be out here somewhere. We have to be very careful. Yeah, there's our burial chamber. I'll mark it mostly because it will help in navigation. And maybe we'll try a different path into the swamp. Instead of going straight over there, well, let's see. Some blueberries here. I'd like to get a look at the swamp. Kind of get a feel for things. See what we've got out here. Alright. There, do you see standing in the water there? That's a Draugr. Looks like a normal one. Got kind of a brighter, lighter green. So let's whip our bow. See if we can shoot him. Now, yeah, the reason he took so much damage is because We got the surprise hit on him. So he was able to be killed. But yeah, let's take a good look over there. All the twisted trees. Yeah. Maybe we can approach it from that angle. That might be better. Going through the meadows over here. We want to kind of just ease our way in. Trying to handle the threats one at a time. No, no. We want the mace. In small quantities. There will, of course, be skeletons, including skeletons with stars. And there will be more Draugr. There's one right there. Yes. See those green things on the trees? Oh, too high. That's something useful. Oh, terrible. Come on. There, we got him. See if he'll burn to death. Yes, he will. Okay. Yes. That is a guck sack, and from it you get a material called guck, which is just this green goo. Very useful stuff. For several purposes. Okay, here's another Draugr. Let's shoot. Yeah. See, as long as we can get them by surprise, or get a good block on them and they don't have a star, we have a chance. So, we're looking for a number of different things here. I've already mentioned the turnip seeds. That's a big one. We only need one flower. One will do it. We are also looking for the entrails. We are also looking for creatures that swim in the water. Leeches. Nasty things. We are also looking for sunken crypts. And the materials that they contain. Mostly iron. And we are looking for a creature that may surprise you. Ooh, here we go. May surprise you a little bit. First time you see it. Because it won't look like quite what you would think. And it will transform into something else. There's a Draugr over here. Can I shoot it? I missed him. You can see how there's a lot of water here. You got to be very, very careful where you step. Come on, poke your head out again. Try stepping. No, he's behind that big tree. Something else we're looking for here is wood from these smaller ancient trees. The big ones like this, they're indestructible. You can't do anything to them. But the small ones, you can cut those down. Ah, here we go. And, oh, I see something. No, I'm wrong. It's just a ruin. Those could be useful too. Ah, I see. He wasn't surprised anymore, so the shot did lesser damage. But he ran off. Draugr will do that. They're a little bit like really fast Grey Dwarf brutes sometimes. And then you have these trees that are lying on their sides. They're just the big trees, but horizontal. These can be useful. You can get up into these, and there's protection to be found up here from some of the creatures that can get after you, as long as you can stay on top. Yeah. Break that to make it a little easier. Where'd the wood go? I don't know. All right. You can eat it. Why is it being so funny like that? Usually I can just walk. Whoa, it's acting strange. Usually you can just walk up on those little spurs. Ah! Okay. Yeah, oh, wait, first of all, let's take care of this guy. No, missed him. Yeah, this is the one we wounded before. Ah! Okay. And we got this one. Let's see if we can surprise him. Yeah, see how much more damage it does when he was unaware? Okay. Okay, so where he's running off, do you see way over there, small building with the two green torches in front of it? That is a sunken crypt. And what's cool about them is that they can be good places to put portals. You put them up on top, and they're relatively protected from most of the dangers of the swamp. Okay, jump down there and get this carefully. So there's no point walking over there. I don't have the portal with me, but I'm going to just note its position, and I'm keeping my eyes open for some other things. Now that ruined tower is a little bit different. It will probably contain a body pile. A body pile is similar to a skeleton evil bone pile. It spawns Draugr. Oh, you're not wounded at all. Ah, undershooting him. There we go. That's a little better. And you can see how they don't really stay wet. And yes, he can absolutely get up here. I'm just going to go over and around him. Jump over on this one. It's like a platforming game. Okay. Another wound we wounded is probably this guy? Yes, it is. Okay, got him finally. So, anyway, there may be a body pile there. We don't know until we get close. Body piles sound like beehives. Until you see that they're not, and there's Draugr all over the place spawning out of them. Now, be cautious about going in the water. Look closely to see whether or not you see any movement, any ripples in the water that can indicate leeches. Leeches will poison you. Oh, look, my poison has expired, so I got to get more. It lasts for 10 minutes. You have to re-up it. Oh, is that the same? Yes, that is the same sunken crypt. So that is another ruin. Oh dear. Now that is a very dangerous creature. You see that blue glow there? That is a wraith, and they hit harder than hell, and they're very quiet. They're mostly at night, but they will come out in the daytime, and they're quite vulnerable to fire. They drop something very nice. Chains. Chains are important. They're used for... Oh, there's a skeleton out here. Missed him? I forget how flat this bow is. Did I kill it? I think I did. Chains are important for a number of constructions and certain types of armor. So, yeah, they're useful, but beware. Rays will get you at night. They're a terrible danger. If you're ever walking in the swamp at night and you start to see a blue glow, quickly turn around because there's probably a wraith behind you. All right, so this sunken crypt is probably, I'm going to guess, it's around here. I'll just put the marker. And I could try and triangulate by going around and looking at it from another angle, but what I'm going to do is get out of here, go and bring the portal, try and get it built on top of that sunken crypt. And then we can explore into that sunken crypt, looking for iron. And with iron, we can start making some gear that will really protect us. There is another creature we're looking for here in the swamp. That is the blob. The blob is that green ball of goo that kind of slouches around. And very poisonous, very powerful poison. Much more powerful poison than the Grey Dwarf Shaman. So I think you're protected because the Grey Dwarf Shaman hasn't been able to hurt you anymore. Think again. This is a Draugr trophy. They're interesting, but I don't want one just yet. Later on I'll collect some of those. You know what? I don't want this either. Grey Dwarves. Ah! Those are leeches. Here we go. And now, am I protected? I am, so go and get them. Leeches drop something called a blood bag. Okay. A very useful thing. Because we use it to make some important stuff. Yeah, blood bag. There we go. So you want lots of blood bags. So collect them. There, that's a blob. It's a little hard to see. Let me get closer. And let me switch to my bow. Blobs also don't like fire. And keep an eye on your poison mead, because if they get you, they will poison us. Like that. And as I said, their poison is very powerful. They drop a material called ooze. There's lots of slimy, sticky gunk in the swamp. And they also have a larger cousin that you mostly see at night, called the what's it called again? I've forgotten. Anyway, same idea, but larger and brown. And its poison is super powerful. One of the most powerful poisons of any creature in the game. Almost. See? The first hit of the unaware attack really hits hard. And what do we got here? Skeleton? Okay. Yeah, this is where you really want to focus on accurate shooting. As much as possible. Okay. It's easy to confuse the blobs with the duck trees. They're not the same thing. Okay. All right. Night is coming on. We need to get out of here. So, let's move it. Switch to my claws. I'd really rather not face a bear here. I thought I heard one. I mean, we can do it, but it's not ideal. Okay, burial. I didn't mark where the portal was. Very classic. Very classic. That sounds like a troll. That is a troll. Don't want to face him either. But it was back along the coast, because we just got off and put the portal on top of a burial chamber, right? Which I did not mark. Clever. So let's just get over here to the coast and find it. Oh, that's the swamp again. Oh, there's a Draugr. So, head this way. There's a bear. Great. Yep. Oh, yep. Out of stamina. Is that bear following? I didn't see. Where is that portal? Look, you guys are just going to be trouble. Okay. Okay. Oh, there it is. Huh. Thankfully, the portal has that lovely glow to it. Got the shaman over here. See, our poison is still in effect, so we can kind of be pretty relaxed about him. Yeah. And let's go home. What I want to do actually is check and see if I've got enough materials to make a second portal. And actually, maybe I want to make a whole new set of portals. So let's see what we've got. 22. Well, that's not going to cut it. but we can get more fine wood. Oh. Yep. I usually put the blood bags in with the meats. They kind of go together. Might have to expand some things here. We've got some empty chests. What we can do is shift everything down a bit and make more room for some of the ingredients. Now, here we had the resin, and this chest has been empty. It's been waiting for this. Ooze. Yeah. Over here, in the sort of mishmash of stuff, I'm going to put the chains down there. They're sort of a metallic part. And that's money. Okay, fix our gear. Okay. Oh, crops close to being done. Haha. Vanilla Mike is joining us. Great. Okay, yeah, we definitely want to make some more coal because it's starting to get low. Let's see, these are ready. Tasty mead is the one I've got here. And this is more poison mead. So let's check out our meads here. Tasty mead, this is the one in the little brown container. And it's kind of related to health and stamina. That's why I put it here. That's the one you can drink very rapidly and get your stuff, your health. Excuse me. Your health and stamina regenerating very fast, but only for 10 seconds. But then you can drink another one. And then the poison meads, I'm going to leave myself with 5. Yeah, that's good. Copper away. All right. We're gonna need more fire arrows. How we doing? Oh, yep. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more fire arrows. Let's see what we can do here. So I'll get 2 stacks of wood. I'll get 2 stacks of resin. We're gonna need to get some more resin, and I'll get half a stack of feathers. We're gonna need made a bunch of these. So once again, nope, fire arrows. I will use the shift key and do 5 at once, so we get 100 all in a shot. Do that one more time. Okay. And keep going a little bit. Okay, one more time. Okay. So we have now made quite a pile of fire arrows. And we're still only going to carry 2 stacks, so there's just a limit to how much space you can allocate to arrows. But we're going to have plenty here because we're going to use them at a pretty rapid pace. Food's going pretty quickly too. Well, that's normal. Yeah. Welcome to Valheim. That's how it goes. Actually, I'm going to take this out. What did I say? Yes, well. At some point I may explain why that's funny. Good. Now, I was going to try and make some more portals. I believe I have lots and lots of Great Orphi, so I'm going to want 20 of those. 11. No. 11. Yes. I'm going to want 4 circling cores. There we go. And then I'm going to want 40 fine wood. But for the moment, I've just got 20. That's enough to make one portal, so I'm going to... Oh, you know what I'll need as well? I'll need a piece of coal. Just one. And I'll need some regular wood. Not much. Be just 2. And I'm going to make a portal here, so that's something I can connect to. And I know it will fit. I tested this. Right there. And then I will put up the sign. Try to make them about the same height. There. And this sign will say crypt. Right? This one's going to be named DR Crypt. And what I'll do is this will be a portal that I'll move around from place to place as we exploit the various sunken crypts in the swamps. And we'll open a new portal on top of one. So now we need another 20 fine wood. We have 2. Fair enough. Let's go get some pine wood. Okay. And once again, we're going at night. Pretty much par for the course. Well, I get some more boar meat. We're going to continue to need boar meat for quite some time. So, don't stop collecting that. Eventually we'll wait. Oh, we don't have any wooden arrows anymore. Well, I mean we do, it's just not carrying them. Okay. So we'll use a flint arrow. Hello. So fine wood. Right, so there's a tree over here. And a couple up here. Good. Oh, we're like full. Well, we'll pick up the fine. Let's come out in groups now. Maybe bother with one at a time. I'm using this attack mode to avoid hitting the other tree it's sitting next to. Okay, great. That's enough to make another portal. Let me go drop this stuff in inventory, and then we'll come back and pick up the rest of that wood. Go out and do some major fine wood cutting, because we're going to need a lot more of it. A lot more of it. Okay. Good. Eats. Yes. Deer hide, we don't need at the moment. Good. Pears. And we'll put this in the box. I like to keep these separate because that 2 groups of fine wood have a different purpose. Clean up stuff. Really don't need that stone. Okay. I would like that deer meat, though. Oh, there we go. No tail. All right. I'm going to grab a... No, you know what? I am going to grab a stack of this wood over here because the box is starting to get low. Okay. That. Oh, wait. Good news is the iron will smelt in exactly the same smelter that we have right now. In fact, this one will continue to work all the way up through the mountains. Then we'll need something new. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to try and do is get this portal built on top of the sunken crypt that we saw. Now, we want 10 wood to build the workbench, but it's also very, very, very helpful to have a storage chest up there, so we'll take another 10. And just in case, I'm going to grab another 2. If we struggle to get up on top of the thing, we might have to build some little some little pieces of flooring to act as jump platforms, you know, like this little piece here. So each one of these takes 1, so a couple of pieces of wood will let me build 2 of them in the back there where I can use them as stair steps to get up. Oh, wait. And then this is what we'll call the portal. We'll call it DR Crypt. Hopefully we can get it there and get it built without dying. In fact, I'm going to leave the crypt key behind. Also gonna... No, I'll take that. Yeah, I left some of these same meads here in case we die and we need them on a corpse run. Definitely want to have the poison mead for that. In fact, let's see what we got. We have 5 and we have 5. Yeah, that's not going to be enough. We're going to need more. Let's see. We need one of these guys. Oh, 1. We need 5 thistle. We need 10 honey. And I believe we need 10... Uh-oh. Well, that was rude. Okay. Hang on, folks. I'm going to see if I can get myself reconnected to the server. Hopefully, I will be right back. Okay. Server's back up, but we've lost some time here. Not too bad. I think I was going out to get some charcoal. Yeah. Okay. Another poison mead base. See if anybody else has gotten back in. Okay. That fermenting. Right. That filled up again. Started on our last bit of copper. And let's see. That away. Okay. Right. Should probably have grabbed the opportunity to sleep, except it isn't time to sleep. Okay. So we are going to go out and make DR ripped. Taking note of that. Let's go. What? Oh dear. I think we're going to lose the server again. Well, this is not good. Yeah. Yeah, I think we probably already have lost the server. The fact that I can't walk through the portal, it's not active, and I'm not carrying any metal. Yeah, I think the server is probably already down. Let's see here. People are trying to get in. Yeah, it's gone. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Hold on, please. Okay, I'm taking a backup at the server before I bring it back up. It's going to be a couple of minutes, and we'll be back online. I hope. Okay, this time, definitely. So we hope. Let's go. Okay. Looks like all that is good. Let's pick up this. Ah, that never got in there. Okay. All right. Wait, didn't I? Wait, didn't I pick up some? Oh, why did I put it there? Okay. Yes. Got my potions. Let's go. Okay. Yes, we don't need any of this stuff. Start with the claws. We're going to work our way around the way we got in the last time. by going around the meadows section. Wow. Take a look at this, this copper node. It's really sticking out. These are the ones I like best to mine. Because there are, you know, the bottom parts of them are already out of the ground. Look at that. My fist skill has hit 40. Very nice. Very nice. Really makes a big difference. Let's see what the... Yeah, you can see my my actual damage with this weapon is now between 16 and 26. That's pretty brutal. It's not my highest damage weapon. That is actually the mace, or the bow, or the axe. But it's pretty good for a fist weapon. And especially because the claws are very fast, their DPS is probably higher than all those other weapons. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Guys, not today. Come on. I will, however, take your bone. Since I've switched to the mace, I'll stick it. Ooh, you I want. Yeah. Is the start? Okay, so a lot of this stuff will have respawned. So let's get on the fire arrows. I see a skeleton right here. How could I miss him? There we go. Here's another one coming. Okay, hit him again. Yep, he never made it. Okay. I saw a Draugr over there. I did. Nope. Oh. Yeah. Missed. I just see him. Can't see him at all. Let's get my poison active. Or my poison meat, I mean. Not my poison. Oh, come on. Get in there. Oh, I know it's a long shot, but still. Come on. It's pulling to the side. And I missed my chance at a surprise shot. 4. Parry. Strike. Yeah. Okay, I think that's another regular Draugr. Yeah. Yeah, if he took that much damage, he certainly is. Okay. Here comes the blob. They're also pretty vulnerable to blunt damage. Great. Oh, I got a blob trophy. One of the nastier trophies in the game. Don't really like it at all. A little fire on this guy. Switch back. Cool. Okay. Yeah, blob trophy. A smelly lump of sticky matter. Yep. Goodbye. Okay. Up. Draugr. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay, standard Draugr. Looks like it. This is a Skelly, though. Yeah, you look like a standard Draugr. Oh, you got to start. Oh, crap. Yeah, I blocked him all right. Nearly took my head off in the process. Oh, my God. Yeah, what a difference, huh? See if I can do it again. I can keep on him. Yeah. See if I can keep him staggered. I can keep hitting him. Woo. That was brutal. So I haven't really talked about it before, but there's a stagger bar. I believe it's called stagger bar. It's that orange vertical bar that appears when I do a parry. And if it fills up, I get knocked back even though I parried him. And then my parry effect of additional damage still works. But you got to move fast and try and keep him staggered. So, yeah, that worked. But it was very risky. Oh, this is a regular dude, I hope. Yep. Yeah, big difference. I parried him and he did not stagger me back. Big difference. Yeah, and now imagine you encounter a 2-star Draugr, who are all, I believe they're purple. They are scary as anything. Okay, just making my way over to that sunken crypt. Now there could be there could be a oh, I'll take some thistle. Could be something quite deadly at the sunken crypt guarding it. There could be some Draugr. Could be Oozer. That was the other creature I was trying to remember. An Oozer. The super blob. Could be an Oozer. There it is. Look at that. Speak its name and it appears. Okay. Now these guys are dangerous. But it's mostly their poison damage. So, the way they work is you do enough damage to them and they break apart into blobs. Yeah, look, see how big that poison cloud was? Very dangerous stuff. I'll take that. The other interesting thing about oozers is that sometimes they'll drop a piece of iron scrap. This one did not, but sometimes they will. So that is a way for you to get some iron scrap even before you've beaten the elder. The elder. Okay. So here we are. I'm being very careful because I don't want to be busy doing stuff here and then get ganked from behind by one of these creatures. So there's a blob over here. Get him. Alright, and we got this. Hopefully you don't have a start. Nope. Look, there's another crypt right over there. This is good. This is very good. Very good. Alright, let's see. Ooh, 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 look, 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 look. Wait. Oh, I'm full of stuff. The necktail. There's only one. Okay. Yes, turnip seeds. We found them. Oh, this is going to open up so many doors. Yeah, I kind of struggled to get up there, so I might want to put those the steps in. So here's how I usually do it. I put crafting bench and I push it as far as it will go toward the front of the thing. Oh wait, first of all, let me try not to make the mistake that I've made several times, which is to forget to mark this thing. Okay. Crypt. Good. And then I will put the portal, where is it? Where is it? There it is. Directly in front of it, again, as close as I can get it. Okay, and then I will stick the storage container right there on the side. I will connect this up. finally, let's step back here. Ah, look at that. That is leech. Cool. Need those blood bags. And I can come back here and put in just a couple of stair steps. I usually do one on each side, like right there, halfway up, where that little seam in the stones is. Just like that. Having it on two sides helps in case one gets broken, and then it makes it much easier to jump to get up on top of here. Super. Let me get these turnip seeds back before I go in here and die. Ooh. This is a big step. I'm gonna get these guys over here. You can see I got 3. It's just like the carrots. Their plants drop 3. I'm gonna get these over here. So we've got 3, and from just those 3, we can completely build up to a whole field full of turnips like that. Takes some time, but we've got them. And no one can take them from us. Well, I mean, they could. I'm not going to let them. All right. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to rearrange this whole bit here. There's not going to be enough space for all those meats. This one. And nope. Yep. Booze. Wow. Getting that toe hold on top of the first crypt is usually a big, important step in conquering the swamp. Because the top of crypts is a good place to be for a number of other fights that can happen there in the swamp. And that's a big advantage. Okay. Copper. Oops, not that. Copper. Great. Giving a little historical note about nursing. Okay, I've been... oh, and here's the best part. We now have a direct path to the crypt without having to go through the gather portal. So we could actually go back to that gather portal and close it down if we want to. Or we could leave it there, because that's a handy place where we could put the boat back in the water and sail away. And somehow I still managed never to mark that burial chamber. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try and get it right this time. I'm not going to mark it as a burial chamber. I'm going to mark it as the location of the gather portal. Okay. Cool. Yeah, it would be much easier to get a boat in the water and leave from here. Try to do that over in the swamp. We're likely going to have to be fighting creatures just to get the boat off the shore. It's really difficult. And, I mean, it'd be leeches and skeletons, and it's just a mess. So, let's not do that. Once we have the bigger, stronger ship, it won't be such a problem. Okay. Now comes the fun of trying our first sunken crypt. Now, the interesting thing about the swamp is, compared to the Black Forest, I mean. Excuse me, just a moment. I've got my screen discombobulated, fixing up those issues. Yes, that's good. The interesting thing about the swamp compared to the Black Forest is, in the Black Forest, many of the creatures outside the burial chambers are fairly easy to handle. Skeletons, grey dwarves, and so forth. Not the trolls and the bears, those are kind of tough, but specifically the skeletons outside the burial chambers are much easier to handle compared to the ones inside the burial chambers, which can swarm you and can be really dangerous, and they have tougher variants like ghosts and rancid remains. In my opinion, the opposite holds true in the swamp. Things like the draugr and the blobs are often more difficult to handle out in the open swamp than they are in the burial chambers. In the sunken crypts. It really depends. They can be very dangerous in the sunken crypts. But if you plan carefully and you make some smart use of the stag breaker, you can usually handle that. It's not too bad. Outside, though, they can come at you from all sorts of directions. You're also faced with other ads coming in large numbers, like skeletons and creatures we haven't met yet. Also wraiths, very bad. So I prefer to deal with those creatures down inside the somewhat more controlled and compartmentalized sunken crypt, where you can often hide behind the turn of a corridor or something like that and get bow shots off and protect yourself. It's just, I find it easier. So, yeah, it looks like CJ's having a foul smell from the swamp attack. I think I'd like to go help him with that. Let's see, 2, 4, turn off my pickup. Let's go. There's CJ's portal. I think it's down at the end of this level. Oh. Yep. Okay, this is always a nice thing to do for fellow players on your community server. So when they have a raid, see if you can get to their place quickly and assist them with the battle. Really makes those things go a lot easier. And it benefits you too, because every time a raid is driven off, there's about 40 minutes of clear time when no one else will get a raid. So that's always a nice thing. Okay, let me fix my stuff. It's still nighttime. One of the other nice things about going into the crypts is that it really makes little difference whether it's day or night. Unless I forget the key. Where did I put the key? Where did I put the key? Wasn't here? I absolutely put it in this box. Oh dear. I wonder if I've lost it through the server restarts. Well, that's why I've got a backup. I'll see about getting another one later. I know where there's some extras. Alright. So it is night out here. Yeah, there's another crypt over that way. And, oh, did you see that orange flame? Yes, over there. That is a surtling plume. A useful thing. That over there, that's a body pile. And probably also has a skeleton evil pile. Oh, there's another body pile in that tower, just as I suspected. Yes, interesting things we can see. So I'm going to jump down here, being careful not to... Is that? It is. It's a necktail. How did that neck get in? I'm going to come down. As long as I'm carrying the key, the gate will open. So I don't like to take the key in there, because especially since it's now my last one, I'm going to stick it in the box here. Oh, and I'm going to put... not on 6. I need the pickaxe. I'm going to put this on 7 because I don't really need my hoe down there. Yeah. Okay. And let's get some poison protection going. And here we go. Whew, big moment. Sunken crypt. Alright. It's kind of reminiscent of the burial chambers in that there's 3 paths, left, right, and center. There's yellow mushrooms down here too. The difference is the paths are often blocked with these muddy scrap piles. And these need to be mined with your pickaxe. We're going to follow the left wall strategy again. Oh, and by the way, hear that buzzing sound like bees? That's a body pile. That will be spawning Draugr, potentially spawning some very nasty, extra powerful Draugr. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Anyway, I'm going to equip the pickaxe, zoom in a little bit, and we're going to start mining this as if it was a node of ore, because it is. You see? Scrap iron. There's no place where you can mine iron ore in this game. You just get scrap iron from these muddy scrap piles, and there's also a few other sources that we'll find later. And let's see, what else did we get? We got withered bone. This is an important material that we'll be using to summon the boss of the swamp, Bone Mass. Now I'm going to be very cautious here. There might be a creature behind here. Unfortunately, I'm now mining with my pickaxe, and instead of being prepared to fight... Yes, okay. This one happened to be empty, but... Now, iron is extremely precious. You can never, ever have enough iron. So I'm going to make sure I get every last piece of this muddy scrap pile. I'll look around on the floor. Sometimes there'll be little bits and pieces left over. Yep, looks good. Come down here and I'll listen. I'll also kind of peek through that opening at the top. I don't see anything. It kind of sounds like there might be a creature back there. So, we equip the stag breaker, and we can actually just hit the pile. It won't break the pile, but... There, did you hear that? That is hitting the creatures on the inside in there. And you keep doing this for a little while. And it will probably kill them off, making your advancement into the next room a lot easier. Something's still taking damage. A couple of things. There's other things that will break from this, by the way, so might not be creatures. Ah, you see? No more damage. Oh, no, there's one. Ah, yeah, there's definitely somebody back there. I just saw him jump by. I saw another one go by. Oh, that sounded like he'd maybe died. Okay. I don't hear a body pile, so they probably are not going to respawn. Let's start to mine. Of course, if you enjoy fighting them directly, there's no reason why you have to do that. You can just bash your way through and go to town on them. And it's quite possible that somebody got missed because they could be hiding in little corners, so moving in cautiously. Oh yeah, there we are. See, more little bits of the... There's another little bit of the scrap pile. Okay. Look around here to make sure I didn't miss any pieces. What do we have over here? Wood ooze. The wood comes from, let's see, these bits of roots or whatever they are hanging down here. There aren't anymore. But, yeah. Yeah, see, that was a very easy way to get in here and access this room. Let's see what we got in here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Iron head arrows. These are powerful arrows, but because they're made with iron, I would never make them myself. They're just too expensive, really. So I will get them from these chambers like this, but I would never use them. I don't want wood. I really don't want leather scraps. I will want withered bone, but only up to a point. Takes 10 withered bone to summon bone mass. Once I have about 20 of these, I really don't want any more. The chain, I definitely want. You betcha. And let's see what we got here. Oh, there's more withered bone. How am I doing? 3. Okay. And here we have more scrap piles. And again, we listen. A little hard to tell with this light. But this could be a scrap pile with nothing behind it. I'm going to mine across the face here. A lot of them don't actually have an opening behind them. Okay. Instead, they have something like this. Just a tumble of stones. There's a little piece. Little piece in there. Can I get it? It'd be very difficult to get some of these little bits that are stuck in these rocks. Okay. Now this one, it's hard to say. This might have a little alcove behind it. Kind of get a feel for the different arrangements that they have back there. Yeah, it looks like an alcove. Let's see. Yep. Usually in these little alcoves there will be mushrooms, there will be treasure maybe, a yellow mushroom. Yep, that's it. Okay. How are we doing? 9 pieces of iron. There's nothing in this direction. So, that's it. This has ended up being a dead-end room. I'm going to unload things I don't want to collect. As the ooze piles up, I may start leaving that behind. It all depends. Okay, again, following the left-hand wall. There, that's completed that side. One of my traditions is that each time I complete one of the sides, no, I want the mace, I step outside carefully, looking around, and I placed it right. I can just access the chest from down here, dump off the materials that I've collected, especially the iron. Okay. Next up, the center. So there's definitely a body pile back behind this one. Let's listen here. Sounds like there's somebody there. So let's get it. Nope. 7. Here we are. Start. Pounding. Oh, somebody took some big damage there. Yeah, that yellow number. That's what we like to see. And then what you can do, because this pile sticks out a lot, is that you can kind of take the face of it off. This. Careful not to actually open it up. Then that lets me get closer, and I can start pounding again, which gives me a little bit more range into the room. Something broke. Just listen. Yep, somebody got hurt there. Okay. Might still be somebody alive. Let's see. Try to peek inside. This happens sometimes too. It looks like there's... Oh no. No, I'm wrong. Sometimes there are more than one scrap pile sort of merged in together. You see there's a little bit of scrap pile here. Just keep searching for it. Even tiny little bits like that would be enough to produce some iron. Okay. Yep. Something died back here. Alright. Nothing that way. Let's listen here. Okay. Nothing's taking damage. I don't think there's anything back there. Okay, how am I doing on weight? You gotta watch your weight. Iron is very heavy. It's a lot heavier than copper, so can't tell if there's any opening behind there. So, oh no, this is a pile of stones. Oh, I've got this silly thing. I should be using it. There we go. Sometimes you can jump up and come on, jump up there. Get that. Yeah, okay. Sometimes you can't. Yeah, this one down here and there, like that can be impossible to get. Try. You're just wasting your axe's health by doing it. I don't feel rested anymore. I don't know why. Okay. That's the center. So let's again. I'll put my proper helmet on in case there's somebody outside. Nope. I'm gonna go around and jump up. I had a hard time reaching that chest before. Okay. I'm going to put the iron in there, and then this is starting to get filled up, so I'm going to take, well, most of this stuff back. This time I will see to it that it's in there. Okay. I'm going to put the bone down here next to the ancient seed because that's where it goes. All this stuff away. Nope. Nope. That. Okay. This is a type of pierce arrow, so I'll put it there. Stuff. All right. Nope. Grip. Yeah, let's 18 iron. That's not very much yet. It's crypts can be highly variable in their quantity of iron, ranging from 0, which is extremely disappointing, all the way up to, I don't know, 100. But it's more typical to get something like 50 to 60. So I'm certainly hoping for that. Got one last piece to go. I definitely hear the body pile. The question is, can we get close enough to hit it? I hit something. We just keep killing Draugr, though. What we're listening for is that buzzing sound to stop. Yeah, I don't think we're hitting it, so I'm going to try digging a bit of the pile away. Maybe that can get us a little closer. No. Want to make an opening because they can have bow wielders in here, and uh-oh, made an opening. Yeah, like that. So let's get the thing out, and I can hit like that. And the thing is, this will reach around corners and hit them. Ooh, that hit me hard. Yeah, they're very dangerous. They're bow people. Okay, it's hitting them. More. Okay, up. Oh boy. I think I should fight directly. Yeah, see, there's the problem. They're just spawning in there from that body pile, and I can't get at them. What I should probably have done is run down the other passage. Got my bow out, fired the other way. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Let's, first we eat. Next we get some poison potion. There'll be more in our body. Let's see, it was right about there. I'm going to grab this weapon again and equip it. Right. Oh, let's get a rested state, of course. And until our health is all the way up. Okay. Here we go. Cool thing is we have very, very little distance to travel because the portal's right on top of the crypt. Okay, but look around first. It helps that it's daytime. Okay, be careful. They're going to be right there to the right. Okay, I'm going to run outside and equip my stuff. Okay, carefully. I think what I want to do is get my bow equipped. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Oh, I didn't mean to shoot like that, but now I can shoot down. Oh, that one had a star. That's why they're so deadly. Crap, this is bad. And I'm gonna die again. Yep. I didn't realize they had a star. Oh boy. Okay. This is a tough one. This is a tough one. Yeah. All right. I don't think I actually took that poison potion, did I? In a way, that's good because it'll still be on my body, but yep. I only took one. Yeah, I don't have that weapon anymore. Ah, dear, dear, dear. Yeah. Well, frankly, a little perplexed. I'm not sure how I'm gonna get around these guys. Suppose I could ask for help, but here's the thing. My time is up for my stream. I was going to try and finish off that crypt and close out the stream, and now I'm probably gonna have to defer it until tomorrow. So I shall sit here in all of my unclothedness and think about what I'm going to do tomorrow to defeat these guys. It's a conundrum. I usually think of the crypts as being easier, but here we have a case of a long straight passage. It gives them a shooting gallery and never a good turn in it for me to hide behind it and bash them. What I might do is make another stag breaker. Yeah, that might be the best idea. And I can come in there and pound the stag breaker from that entrance way and maybe wipe them out. If I can get it so that I don't have a starred creature in there, especially not a starred archer, I can then run in and take out the body pile. Might be the approach. Anyway, tomorrow is the start of Val-Con. At 1900 UTC, there will be a stream starting on both the Val-Con YouTube channel and the Val-Con Twitch channel. The opening stream for Val-Con, and we'd like you to join us. I will be streaming at about 1600 UTC, and that stream will lead directly into the Val-Con stream. So please come and join us. Go to val-con.org, val-con.org, and you can get all the information. Join the Discord. Come and watch the stream. Get on one of the servers, and we're all going to celebrate the wonderful game that is Valheim. Thank you very much for watching.
This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.